Back in the 50s, my uncles and his friends were driving around. They're just fresh out of high school. They're driving around drinking, having a good time. They're from a small community, so they're just driving out on farm roads. The driver was heavily intoxicated when he was coming up on a pretty sharp turn. The vehicle rolled, and this vehicle was an old 50s vehicle that had no safety features in it. It didn't have airbags or seat belts. So when it rolled multiple times, and it hurt people very badly. One of the guys in the crash was crippled for the rest of his life. My uncle's girlfriend, who was just 18 at the time, was killed instantly. The state troopers from South Dakota say that every 1 in 20 drivers that you meet have actually been arrested for a DUI, which is a staggeringly high amount of people. This problem would be easily solved by just better education. This is just a story of one life lost. There's so much at stake when you drive drunk. You can hurt family members and friends. You can hurt your career for the rest of your life. You can put yourself in a huge debit hole. For one of the facts, in 2008, according to the DOT, we lost 11,773 people to drunk driving accidents. This just doesn't include drunk people. This includes sober drivers who are out there innocent, and they're hit by people who made a wrong decision. Out of these 11,000 people, 1,347 were children under the age of 14, whose lives were ended tragically short by other people making very bad choices. Getting arrested for a DUI, it hurts you on so many levels. For one, a DUI, it hurts you financially. The average DUI in America now costs around $10,000. There's so many fines that come with it. When you get a DUI, you get the court fees, the lawyer fees, and they always assign you a treatment classes where you have to pay, and those can cost in some states from $250 to $2,500 just to go to these classes to assess if you're an alcoholic and then to treat you as needed. Also, your insurance will skyrocket because of these DUIs. Insurance rates on average can go up to 4 times the amount, and this will last for about 5 years. DUIs really affect your career. When you get a DUI, you lose your license, so that affects greatly how you get to your job. And many jobs, if there's any driving involved in it, they will not hire you, or you'll get fired if you get one because their insurance just can't cover you. It goes up too much, and they don't want to pay more just because you made the stupid decision of drinking and driving and you got caught. Also, drinking and driving can lead to serious jail time. In South Dakota, if you get 3 DUIs, you're sent to prison because it is considered a felony, and it's on your record for 10 years. And when you apply for jobs, since it's a felony, you have to put it down. So that's very embarrassing for one. And most jobs, it gives you such a disadvantage for getting hired. And then it's embarrassing overall with the stigma that comes with getting a DUI. This is not good for your reputation at all. And it can cause you to lose a lot of respect with a lot of people. There's so many little things you can do to save you from all this. So many good backup plans instead of drinking and driving. I know when I was in high school, I actually experienced the drinking and driving event. I was giving my girlfriend a ride home. I was sober. She was sober. It was late at night. She lived 6 miles out of town, so I was giving her a ride home. And we were going through the highway, and we came up on this turn. And we noticed lights in the ditch, so we pulled over to check it out. And we noticed an elder guy we know. We go down there, and he was really drunk, and he was stumbling around, complaining about his back. And we saw the car was rolled, so we called the cops, and they told us that they're sending ambulances, but to try and get him just to lay down. and he would not lay down. He was just running around, freaking out. When the cops show up, they bring out these big lights that light up the whole area, and we notice then we see a body by the car that we couldn't see before, and a young man had actually died at that wreck. And then later on, about a half hour later, they find a lady who ended up living, but she was pregnant and she lost her baby. And there's so many things these guys could have done to save 2 lives. You can plan ahead. Plan to take turns with your friends to be designated drivers. Every other weekend, somebody else is it. You get a group of 10 people, and you almost never have to DD. It's 1 in 10 weekends that you have to designate a driver. And if nobody can come to an agreement on that, there's always public transportation, such as buses or taxis. And in Brookings, there's actually the Beta bus, which is a free bus that goes all night, which is perfect because you can call it and it has stops all over town and it will take you anywhere you need to go for free. And it's a really good tool that kids should be using to save them from all these other expenses, because it's a free bus ride or $10,000 down the drain is wasted. And also, if it's a nice night out and you're not too drunk, you can always walk to where you want to go. And make sure that you're able to walk back when you're done, of course. And another thing is don't drive to a party if you plan on drinking, because that'll just increase the chances that you'll drive home drunk, or even if you get too drunk, you'd have to walk back. Always have a plan for the end of the night. Doing these little things can save you so much. It can keep you out of trouble. It can save you so much money. You won't go to prison. There's too many options that it's just stupid to drink and drive. There's so many excuses to not to. And it's so much of a mess if you do get arrested. It's not just the money or the danger of life. It also ruins your career. You won't be able to hold a job as like a pilot or a doctor. Like any prestigious jobs, it ruins you. And this weekend, if you decide to drink, be smart and don't drink and drive, and have a backup plan. It could really save your life or others' lives. Thank you.